What's going on with his cop pizzle? What a big day today has been. So you know, today was the opening day of free agency, and guys, I know I'm a little. I got to be honest. I'm always going to be just a little bit late with these videos, these big news videos. Being a dad comes first, and love my babies, and I got them both into soccer right now, and so I'm at the soccer field seeing these updates, and I saw actually when I was there today that we traded for Brian Burns, and I'm going to talk about some of the days. I obviously, but anyways, I was going to finish what I was saying there. I'm sitting there, one eye on my kids, watching them practice and get better, and go through this little sports journey with them. And then on my other eye, I'm looking at my phone trying to see, what the Giants have done, because today was such a big day. But look, so the Giants, to kind of run through it and then get to where you guys want me to get to. The Giants obviously got some offensive line help. I'm excited. I'm really excited about John Runyon Jr., to be honest with you. I'm really excited about the potential that he can bring to the Giants. And then obviously we made the big trade for Brian Burns, and being able to pair him up with, Dexter Lawrence and Kayvon and them guys. It's apparent to me that what the Giants have basically said to all of us is that these outside guys, these outside playmakers like Xavier McKinney, like Saquon Barkley, that's just not been good enough for us. And we have to get back being really good in the trenches. Not only on the offensive side of the ball, which has been a thing that we have struggled with for over a decade now, but also on the defensive side of the ball. And so, coming off of the season we just came off of, I knew that it was apparent to me that Joe Shane and these guys were going to make big swings. Daboll's a fiery guy, right? It's time to go in a completely different direction, and I think I'm super open to the direction that the Giants are going through. Look, I know a lot of you guys want this big comical video about Saquon. Let me just tell you, I'm going to tell you how I truly feel about Saquon Barkley and my thoughts of, from then till now. When the Giants drafted Saquon at number 2 overall, I have to be honest, I fantasized about the idea of pairing him with Eli and trying to extend Eli Manning's career. This idea of giving Eli a workhorse running back that could carry the load and help extend Eli's career. I loved Eli, and I wanted to see Eli make one more run at it. Little did I know, little did I realize, maybe all of us, that 2016 was it for Eli as in terms of making that run. But I really wanted Eli Manning's career. It was really important to me as a fan for it to end the proper way, and I thought that Saquon could help do that. And so I was all for drafting Saquon and the idea of it. But over time, it became apparent that Saquon couldn't do what Saquon could do, because ultimately we didn't have the horses in front of him to help him be successful. And I was very frustrated with OBJ. My time when Giants moved on from OBJ, I was extremely frustrated. I was just so ready to just move on from OBJ. And I wasn't fully there yet with Saquon, but I was pretty much getting there to that point that, it had run its course. We weren't helping Saquon. Saquon wasn't helping us. There's a lot of people that still to this day think that Saquon Barkley was the offense, and I just completely disagree with that, being someone who watches every play, watches every minute, watches every second. It's not to say that he didn't make plays. It's not to say that he didn't do special things, especially in 2022 for him to come back, the way he was able to get back to form. Look, he won us some games that year. But, last year, was just, to me, another frustrating year. And we have to get to the point of, I'm sorry, we have to get to the point of being able to protect the quarterback, right? And I know the Giants also signed a Singletary, a running back, and quite frankly, this is not necessarily to me a rebuild, but this is a whole new identity that the Giants are creating, and I'm here for it. Now, Saquon signing with the Eagles, I remember when Kenny Phillips signed with the Eagles, and I loved Kenny Phillips many, many years ago, and that really hurt. And I'm not sitting here. I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys I'm mad at Saquon for signing with the Eagles. I don't. But I'll say this: like, I know Eagle fans are going to think what they want, but I don't think that the Eagles fans are getting what they think they're getting. Truth be told, I'm more hurt by losing Xavier McKinney because I think Xavier McKinney had a great year last year, and I was worried about paying Xavier McKinney and the idea of that, but like, he got a great contract with the Packers, and it's if I was in the meetings with Joe Shane and the Giants front office, and they said, "Hey, we got to forget this. We got to forget this identity." Dave Gettleman brought a lot of these guys in, right? Saquon, Xavier McKinney. We got to forget this and get back to the trenches. I would say, yeah, like that needs to happen. I don't want to put out these boring videos, guys, and bore you to death, but I like what the Giants have done. I mean, to me, these are aggressive moves to allow Xavier McKinney to walk, to allow Saquon Barkley to walk, to get some offensive line help, to use a second round pick, to get Brian Burns to help that D line. I mean, the Giants need another presence of someone getting after the quarterback. We need that to go along with Dexter and Kayvon. So getting help in the trenches, it's not sexy, it's not pretty, but it's what's helped the Eagles win, all these years. Like, they're fools in thinking that it's been Jalen Hurts and all this. No, it's been the fact that you guys have had great work in the trenches, both offensive line and defensive line. That's where the New York Giants have to get back to winning. And I'm sorry, a lot of you guys want to still talk quarterback. I'm not with you on, we got to protect Daniel Jones. We got to protect the merchandise. We got to be able to, if we're going to draft a receiver, which is what I'm hoping that they do with the first overall pick, we got to have time for that guy to get open and throw the ball. Like, that's got to happen. And having Saquon in the backfield doesn't help with that, in my opinion. Having Xavier McKinney at safety doesn't help that with that. What helps is getting the offensive line, getting better offensive line players to come in here, spending that money on those resources, and giving the quarterback more time to throw the ball. Whether it's Daniel Jones or not, it doesn't matter. It's about giving the quarterback more time to be able to make plays. It became apparent to me after the Dallas Cowboys game week 1 that we needed some serious changes. I hate to give Cowboy fans credit like that, but it was just time. It was time that the Giants made these moves. And so, I still think Tiki Barber's the greatest running back to ever, be on the New York Football Giants. Xavier McKinney, I think the love for him is Saquon has always been loved, but Xavier McKinney, his legacy with the Giants, it's always been hit or miss with a lot of Giant fans. I've always been very supportive of Xavier McKinney. I thought he was one of the best players on the team. You played the full season last year, you make plays. You deserve to be paid. So, I have no ill will in my heart for Xavier McKinney. He did what he had to do for him and his family. But the Giants can't pay. They shouldn't be putting their money and the resources to that. We need to work on getting help up front. And so, I say all this. I know it's a little boring and a little dull, but today I think is it on the surface it's going to give the Joe down the street guy be able to point the finger and kind of laugh at, oh, we got Saquon, you don't. But I think today's a win for the Giants. I do. I think this is a successful day. And to me, this is, let's go out and let's get another safety. let's go out and see what the Giants do again with the running back position. I don't think Singletary's the only thing that they'll do there. So, and I also too, I'd like to see Eric Gray get some opportunity. To be quite honest with you, I don't. We'll see how the Giants feel about him going forward, but I'd like to see him get more opportunities and grow into what a really good football player for the Giants. But guys, today I just feel like I know it's a lot of emotion, a lot of feelings, but I'm pretty happy with what's going on, and this will help. As the days go on, I think the picture is going to be even more clear about what the Giants are ultimately going to do in the draft. So, you guys be looking out for more content from me. Hope all of you guys are doing well. Hope everything's going great in your life. And hope everything's going good. So, obviously, you guys know how I am in the off season. I'm very hit or miss with the videos, but I'm going to keep trying to put out content for you guys and be the 60-minute man that I am.